Today we're diving deep into the world of Forex trading, but not in the way you might think. See, most people focus on strategies and indicators, but what about the hidden costs that can eat away at your profits? Welcome to our comprehensive guide on understanding fees and charges in Forex trading. In this video we'll break down the various costs you might encounter when trading Forex. We'll cover everything from deposit and withdrawal fees to spreads, commissions, and even the dreaded slippage. By the end, you'll have a crystal clear understanding of how these fees work and how they can impact your bottom line. Alright, so you're ready to start trading Forex, you've got your strategy in place, but before you even enter a trade, you need to fund your account. This is where deposit fees come in. Some brokers will charge you a fee simply for depositing money into your account. Now, some brokers might offer free deposits, which sounds great, right? Well, here's the catch. They might hit you with a withdrawal fee when it's time to take your profits. My advice? Always, and I mean always, read the fine print. Before you even think about opening an account with a broker, go through their fee schedule with a fine-tooth comb. Okay, so you've funded your account, you've dodged those pesky deposit fees, but the costs don't stop there. Some brokers will charge you something called an account maintenance fee. Essentially, this is a recurring fee, usually charged monthly or annually, just for having an active trading account with them. My take? Avoid account maintenance fees like the plague. There are plenty of brokers out there who don't charge these fees, so there's absolutely no reason to settle for one that does. So, you've opened your Forex trading account, but life gets in the way and you don't get around to actually placing any trades for a while. Some brokers will actually penalize you for inactivity with, you guessed it, inactivity fees. These fees are typically charged if you don't place a certain number of trades or if your account remains dormant for a specific period. The idea behind inactivity fees is to encourage active trading and discourage people from opening accounts and then just letting them sit there. My advice? If you're not planning on actively trading, make sure to check the broker's inactivity policy. And if you do get hit with an inactivity fee, consider closing your account and moving to a broker that doesn't punish you for not trading. One thing that often trips up new traders is currency conversion fees. When you trade Forex, you're buying one currency and selling another, right? But what if your account's base currency is different from the currencies you're trading? That's where currency conversion fees come into play. If you need to convert your funds from your base currency to the currency you're trading, your broker might charge you a fee for that conversion. And guess what? They'll also charge you a fee when you convert your profits back to your base currency. These fees can really add up. My recommendation? Whenever possible, try to stick with a base currency that aligns with the currencies you trade most frequently. Alright, so you've got your account set up, you're familiar with the basic fees, but now you need a platform to actually execute your trades. Some brokers actually charge for the use of their trading platforms. They might charge a one-time fee for access to their platform, or they might hit you with a recurring monthly or annual subscription fee. My 2 cents? Don't pay for a trading platform unless it offers something truly exceptional that you absolutely cannot live without. There are so many great free platforms available that charging for a platform is almost always a red flag in my book. Now let's talk about a sneaky little fee that often flies under the radar: markup fees. You'll typically encounter these with brokers who advertise commission-free trading, which sounds amazing at first, right? No commissions on trades, what's the catch? Well, the catch is that these brokers need to make money somehow, and they often do so by adding a markup to the spread. With markup fees, the broker takes the standard spread and widens it, pocketing the difference as their profit. My advice? Always compare spreads from different brokers, even those that advertise commission-free trading. A slightly wider spread could be a sign of markup fees, and it might actually be more cost-effective to go with a broker that charges a transparent commission. Leverage is one of the most powerful tools in a Forex trader's arsenal. It allows you to control larger positions with a smaller amount of capital, which can amplify your profits. However, leverage is a double-edged sword. While it can magnify your gains, it can also magnify your losses. When you use leverage, you're essentially borrowing money from your broker to trade larger positions, and just like any other loan, brokers charge interest on this borrowed money. My suggestion? Leverage can be a valuable tool, but it's crucial to use it responsibly and understand the associated costs. Now let's talk about the spread, which is probably the most common and unavoidable fee in Forex trading. The spread is the difference between the bid price and the ask price of a currency pair. It's essentially the broker's cut or commission for facilitating your trades. The spread can vary widely depending on the currency pair, the broker, and market conditions. My takeaway? The spread is an unavoidable cost of Forex trading, so it's essential to factor it into your trading strategy. Look for brokers that offer competitive spreads, especially for the currency pairs you trade most frequently. Unlike the spread, which is built into every trade you make, commissions are a more transparent fee that some brokers charge on top of the spread. Essentially, a commission is a fixed fee that you pay the broker for each trade you execute. The way commissions work is pretty straightforward. You pay a specific dollar amount per lot traded. For example, a broker might charge a $5 commission per lot. The advantage of commissions is that they're usually very clear and easy to understand. My advice: when choosing a broker, carefully consider their commission structure. If you're a high-volume trader, a broker with a low commission or even a commission-free structure might be more cost-effective. Now let's talk about swap rates, also known as rollover fees. These fees come into play when you hold a Forex position open overnight. The swap rate is the interest rate differential between the two currencies in a currency pair. If the interest rate of the currency you're buying is higher than the interest rate of the currency you're selling, you'll receive a positive swap rate. However, if the interest rate of the currency you're buying is lower, you'll pay a negative swap rate. It's crucial to be aware of the swap rates for the currency pairs you trade and factor them into your trading decisions. Finally, let's talk about slippage, which is a bit different from the other fees we've discussed so far. Slippage isn't a direct fee that your broker charges, but rather a potential cost that can occur due to market volatility. You place a trade at a specific price, but due to rapid price movements in the market, your order is filled at a slightly different price. This difference between the price you requested and the price your order was filled at is called slippage. My recommendation? Slippage is often unavoidable, especially during periods of high market volatility. However, you can minimize its impact by using limit orders instead of market orders. So there you have it, a comprehensive breakdown of the various fees and charges you might encounter in the exciting world of Forex trading. By being aware of these costs, you can make more informed trading decisions and potentially boost your profitability. Thanks for watching. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe. See you in the next video.